higher level. And I will start by terminating Kamala's insane electric vehicle mandate on day one. It's killing our car industry. Kamala's EV mandate is killing the U.S. auto industry. It requires that within just a few years, 67% of all new cars and trucks must be electric. And it doesn't work for trucks at all. Because of their weight, their payload doesn't work at all. And because they can't go far. I was with the truckers recently because they came to see me because they don't know what to do. They say they want us to go all electric with trucks. And I was with one man who was a giant in the industry, older guy, very smart, just like 29,000 trucks, 29. I said, what the hell, 29,000? He said, yes, sir. And I've been buying trucks for 50 years. And every single damn year, those trucks got bigger and better and more efficient and more beautiful. They could carry more payload. They could do every single year. And then we put apartments on those trucks. He called it an apartment. That's on the cab where they put these things where they can live. He said, and those damn apartments now are so beautiful that you'd love to live in one of them. He said, I don't know. I'm going to leave Mar-a-Lago and move into the back of a truck, but it's beautiful. I can't think of worse things, to be honest with you. It's sort of cool, right? Travel all over the country. But he said they get better. So then I said, well, what's wrong with the electric? He said, if we go from New York to Los Angeles, we have to stop 6 times, and you'll never find a charger. But assuming you had chargers, which you won't have, they built, as you know, big story, 8 chargers someplace in the Midwest. They spent $9 billion. This is like a gas pump with electricity in it, right? Boom. They spent $9 billion, and 3 of them don't work. Now, if you did the whole country at that rate, it would cost you $10 trillion, $10 trillion. But they said, we have to stop 6 times, and they're long stops, much longer than fill it up like a tank. He said, with a big load of diesel, we can get all the way, and we can even start coming back without a stop. And the truck gets lighter as you go along. The other thing he said that people don't know is that an electric truck would be 2.5 times heavier because batteries are very, very heavy. And that would mean you'd have to rebuild every bridge in the United States of America because they're not designed for that kind of a weight. So every bridge in the United States would have to be rebuilt. And also, he said, a couple of other little problems. He said the battery is so big it would take a lot of our payload. We'd lose 40% of our payload. We'd have to have battery in there instead. I said, so when you tell them this, if you're a child and somebody said that, you'd say, okay, let's think about it in 10 years or 20 years from now. Doesn't work. He said, we tell them, they said, we don't care, just we want, you're going to order all electric. This is like a dictatorship. These people are sick. Now they want to make our army tanks all electric. I saved the army tanks up in Ohio where they make them. And because I hated the fact that they were closing it. When I was president-elect, I got called from the great Jim Jordan, congressman from Ohio, in Lima. They have a plant that manufactures the army tanks. They were going to close it. And I looked, I went there, the complexity, the talent, the people they had working there was incredible. And I said, we're not closing this plant. And now it's the #1 producer. It's incredible. But now they want to make army tanks that are electric because they want to go into a country and blast the crap out of it in an environmentally friendly way. But these people are crazy. And the problem is the electric battery is so big and so heavy that it would have to be in like a wagon that a child pulls. Behind the tank, they'd pull in a battery. And it would have to be, and it doesn't work. They want to make everything electric. And yet, think about it. They want to make everything electric, but, and I'm a big fan of electric. I think it's great. There are certain applications. I mean, Elon Musk endorsed me powerfully, okay? We love him. And you know, And his product is incredible. In fact, he's doing a new product today. It's got no steering wheel on it. Do you know that? He's out in some place announcing a new product with no steering wheel. I said, well, that wouldn't be for me, but is that really the future? You know, he knows. I'm giving him full credit. I think he's incredible. He gave me the most powerful endorsement. He was in Butler with us the other day. You probably saw that. And it was great. He said the whole country, he said America will never survive if Trump doesn't get in because he knows the alternative. It's two people. It's like the alternative is not acceptable. He's a strong guy, smart guy, brilliant. But among other things, he does the Tesla, and it's great. But it doesn't mean that everybody has to have that. And, you know, I tell a story about him. I'm very close to him. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he respects me. He gave me the strongest endorsement you could ever get. But, you know, he never once came up to me and said, you know, could you stop knocking electric cars? Because I don't knock them. I think they're incredible, but it's for a group of people. I love them. I think they're great. But, you know, it's for a certain group of people where they might work even better. But not everybody, because some people want to go long distances. They will cost more. You have the fact that they probably are going to be made in China. Remember this. I said, we have more oil and gas. We have more liquid gold under our feet. So why would we do the batteries? Where China has that, we have liquid gold. So we want gasoline-propelled cars. But it's even worse than that because Kamala also co-sponsored a bill to impose a 100% ban on the sale of all new gas-powered cars and trucks. So she's going to ban them, which would kill an estimated 200,000 U.S. auto jobs, including almost every job that you have in a place called Michigan. How do you like that idea? She has a ban. She has a ban where we're not going to allow them to be made. And honestly, for some like I'm telling you about the Army tanks, I'm telling you about trucks, the battery's not going to work. It's not going to work. The electric's just not going to work. Maybe in 20 years, 30 years, who knows? But it's not going to work. What it will do is drive our country into a depression. The entire industry would go to China for the making of these all-electric cars and trucks. The auto industry would be non-existent or dead. It will be dead